Greetings to all of you from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, as we get ready to enter the 2014 calendar year, which, of course, officially started last week. I thought I would use this as an opportunity to catch up on a number of fronts. You know, I was thinking back today, it's been almost 6 years since we formally launched this particular blog, which began as a trading diary, trading journal, evolved, morphed into motivation education since then, and has taken on really a number of formats since we started. But it's been almost 6 years now since we launched this. And of course, the trading education efforts go back to the late 90s in terms of things that we've done here. But one of the things I've tried to do throughout all of this is to try to bring home the reality of trading and integrate life aspects into it, because, as I've often said, including in the recent book, the trading and life are very much integrated. It's a performance-based endeavor, whether you're day trading, or I should say intraday trading, whether you are swing trading, investing, if you want to call it that. You know, they really do go hand in hand, and will continue to do so. So to that extent, or along those lines, let's catch up on a number of things. You know, it's been certainly a very interesting year for me as a trader and as a human being. 2013, many of you know, included the passing of my dad back in April of this past year. We got struck by lightning and had a lot of our equipment basically get fried and had to start from scratch. And various other efforts have happened this year. The book was officially launched in July. Kind of a whirlwind tour and PR campaign that I was asked to participate to help traders learn about it. There's subsequent reviews, and now all that dust is kind of settled. And you know, as usually what happens when you kind of have some time elapsing from these various things, you have time to look back and reflect on you know, how these events have impacted you and have changed you, both from a business perspective and as a person. And there's no doubt that in my life, 2013 will go down as you know, quite the year. As a person, I hope that there's been another year of maturity, but that process will never stop. The growing will never stop. Focus at times for me on the trading front has been something that I've struggled with, just because of the number of efforts, the number of personal intrusions, if you will, the various businesses that I've been asked to be involved in, both in and outside of the trading world. And you know, we'll see as we go into 2014, look for opportunities to strengthen the focus. But let's talk about a few things. I want to remind everybody, or at least bring to the attention of maybe new visitors to the blog, some of the tools that we really have available here at no cost to anybody. You know, this has always been about trying to share the reality of trading, and you know, whether it's formal education or whether it's just sharing what we can. There continue to be a lot of tools available. One of the aspects that I really don't touch on in the book is the whole trading after dark concept that we launched a couple of years ago, and I'm going to include a link to that in this post. And just a reminder that the intent of that was to film on a live basis trading screens, trading decisions, and take a number of different types of days, try to capture a different theme each time. And so we did that. We archived it and named it Trading After Dark. And those sessions remain available, and those folks that have had the opportunity to visit that site and see the efforts continue to share that has done some good for them. So again, there's no charge for that. It's free for anyone to view, and it's something that we had some fun with. It's something I put on the back burner a little bit lately, just because of the book efforts and other things going on in my life. There still continues to be some interest in mass producing that. But one of the benefits of kind of being where I am at in this stage of my life is being able to choose what to do and what not to do. And you know, that's probably my biggest challenge entering this year is trying to figure out, you know, how we can best continue to serve traders. I thought the diary aspect was very helpful, and based on the feedback that we've had, and I'll include a link to the original blog as well, which if you've read the book, you see 100 or so excerpts from some 1,000 or so total entries, and if you're trying to get into the mind of the trader on a daily basis beyond that, which is included in the book, please, I encourage you to do that as well. So we've got that available. We've got the Trading After Dark available. And as I enter 2014, I'm looking for even additional ways to broaden the community, to continue our win-win-win philosophy, which includes providing insight at zero to low cost to traders, and having charities benefit as well. Recently, of course, announced our link with World Vision. And by themselves, as I mentioned in my last post, these may seem modest efforts, but every little thing that we can do and every little corner that we can impact, can certainly have a multiplying effect, even if it's just bringing to the attention to some people some of the efforts that we're trying to be involved in. We start off with the American Diabetes Association a few years ago with my daughter being a type 1 diabetic. We've done Grow Uganda. We've been really looking for things where modest dollars can actually mean a lot, and that's one of the things I like about the World Vision work that we're doing, and that a few dollars can go a long way, and then hopefully we can multiply that both by what we provide here for education as well as maybe just getting you folks aware of the cause and doing something at your end. So we're going to continue to do that. But again, as I enter this year, I'm looking for ways to continue to provide insights and provide a community environment that is really helpful to everybody. As I'm thinking about, I've got a few notes scribbled down here, but this is really random thinking here. I've decided not to attend the New York Expo. I said years ago that I would never do those. I was asked to do the Vegas one, largely due to the book release. I'm not a huge proponent of going to those. I'd rather sit back and trade. I've often said if you go to the expos, you probably find the most benefit of finding that one guy that's standing in the corner who's smiling and not necessarily presenting or selling anything, because that's the guy you probably want to take to lunch and have a good chat with. And it's been a balance for me trying to kind of wanting to maintain that intent while still certainly exposing myself on a public basis because of some of the things that we've been involved with, including the book most recently. But by and large, now that a lot of that has died down, the book's out there for people to be aware of and to read. The Trading After Dark, the Jelly programs. Now is really a chance for me to kind of get back in that corner a little bit and look for new and innovative ways. We've often been about breaking new ground. And if someone tells you that something can't be done, that just means it hasn't been done. And so I'm going to continue to think along those lines as we enter 2014. If you have suggestions, ideas, comments, how we can continue to grow this and continue to provide useful tools for traders, please email me at don@donmillereducation.com with your thoughts, ideas. Some things I'm thinking about as we go into this year, which I've thought about in the past but just haven't had time to follow up on, is doing something for small portfolios, maybe tracking a 50K account over the course of a quarter or so, and just provide more examples of what you can do with that in terms of sizing and growth. Maybe we do something. Oh gosh, what was I thinking about the other day? On a multi-day swing trading environment that really I haven't done formally in this format. But the ideas are the same, the setups and that in terms of intraday activity. So you just have a lot less sample size, a lot less trading volume, and that sort of thing. Keep in mind when you're trading intraday, you're basically multiplying the opportunities that are provided to you. Going back to the book for a second, I've frankly been a little bit torn at times, both during the publication of the book, the writing of the book, and then subsequent to that, whether or not it was the right thing to do in terms of writing it. As I said in the beginning of the book, I've said no for years, and when Wiley finally convinced me to do really an update to the Reminiscences book, I thought it made some sense, and I still have struggled with that from time to time, but I've grown much more comfortable, I will say, again, now that the dust has settled. I've talked to some people that I really respect in my life and in the trading industry who were not involved in the launch of the book at all, and I've asked them for their candid feedback. And as I was hoping, the first 4 or 5 sections of that book, coupled with the last few, have tended to leave a fairly powerful imprint, and are leaving the type of imprint that I wanted to leave. And again, the journal entries and the meat of it, and the race and the $2 million and all that kind of stuff, that is what it is, but it's really providing the perspective of both ends. And I've said this before: if you're looking for something purely on technical analysis or technical setups, there's thousands of books like that, and you're not going to find that here. And so people who are looking for that don't like it because they're not going to find it. But as I've said before, that's like going to a pizza restaurant and ordering fish. There's no fish on this menu, so if you like pizza, great. And so the idea of this was really to try to get inside my mind and my life, to the extent that I can help you, whether you are trying to improve as a trader or trying to improve in business in general, which is why I think in hindsight now it had a greater business exposure. Amazon ranked it as one of the best business books of the year last year when it came out, and that surprised me a little bit. But now that I've talked to some people, I can see a little bit more clearly why that makes sense. As I say, it's about a window of opportunity in any aspect of your life that will open, and it's how you prepare for that opening and what you do when it opens to maximize the extent of opportunity for you. So again, I've grown more comfortable. I'm as time goes on and provides me the luxury of additional retrospect, I'm very pleased and appreciate the candid feedback. It's been reviewed fairly well, or received fairly well, 4-star average on Amazon, and over 60% of the scores are 5 stars. And again, this is not meant to be publishing the greatest book in the world or whatever, but just in retrospect, I'm very, very satisfied with that. It did what I wanted it to do. Again, all proceeds from that go to charity, and I'm pleased to be able to do that. Let's see what else to talk about. The Vegas Expo. Thanks to all of you who came out for that. I thought that was fun. I had a great time with my daughter. We got to see a couple of shows out there. I had not been to Vegas in several years since the work I did with trading markets back over a decade ago, I think it was. So that was real good. Boy, what else do we have here? In terms of markets, interesting markets, beginning of 2014, volatility opening up, it seems, at least a little bit. So keep in mind that provides you with additional opportunities. Your number of trade sequences can increase. Had just a textbook MATD, morning after trade day, on Friday, as we were hitting blizzard conditions here in the Northeast. And markets really, they'll change their flavor from time to time, but the general substance is always going to be there, whether you've got machines or men or women pushing the buttons. Even if it's a machine, there's a person behind that machine. You've got fear and greed. You have the typical trading emotion, which gets people on the retail side, unfortunately, and allows you to profit from the wholesale side if you can ascertain that and stay on that side. And as long as markets will be around, you're going to have those opportunities. So, the themes will stay the same. The pace may change, and you've got to adapt to the pace to the extent possible. So I think we've got some outstanding opportunities. The cloud that we had, the black cloud in the industry in terms of MF Global, PFG Best, that cloud seems to be moving on. Confidence is coming back in the futures market, and there's just lots of opportunities. Very pleased with my platform. It's a Photon platform coupled with eSignal TradeStation on the futures side. They recently made some wonderful enhancements, some of which I requested that they were kind enough to incorporate. And that's going well. Continuing to work with E-Trade on the equity side, providing good pricing. Again, if you're interested, just email me, and we'll see what we can do for you. And here's a chance for all of us to get a fresh start. As I said in Vegas, and I say in the book, when you use the term past performance is not indicative of future results, a lot of people use that to be risk adverse in terms of saying, okay, this is how good something looks like, but it may not be as good in the future. I like to turn that on its flip side and basically say, if things were sub-optimized in the past, here's an opportunity to change that. And the calendar year, the calendar turn, if you will, is artificial. We should be able to change any point in time, but everyone kind of uses this as a benchmark to launch change. And I just encourage you in your life and in trading to use this as an opportunity to clean the slate. Have you taken trading as seriously as you should? Have you taken it too seriously? Where are you in your life? And can you find ways to optimize your results, your trading results and your life results? The two will be tied. They always will be tied together. When I'm in line spiritually, when I'm in line with my personal life, my trading goes well, and vice versa. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. So again, use this as an opportunity for a fresh start. We've done hopefully some good things in the past. I want to do even better things in the future for the community. Let's continue to support each other. Ideas that you have for where we can take this in the future, please, again, email me at don@donmillereducation.com. If you're interested in the Live Jelly effort, I'm thinking of maybe doing one in the spring. Please email me if you're interested. I do have a list of people that have expressed interest in the last year or so. I'm not going to do more than one a year of these. They're exhausting. They're extensive. I have other immediate needs, business needs at my end in terms of my own trading and even some non-market activities that I've been asked to be involved in that I'm enjoying thoroughly. So please, if you're interested, trading is always going to be there. The beauty of this is it's an ocean that you can decide to get in anytime you want, and you can swim to the extent that you want to. I will continue to maintain a passion for this industry, a passion for the market. I'm a trader, pure and pure. That's never going to change. I still trade every day. I enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy the frustration, and I enjoy certainly the opportunity that it provides us in terms of freedom, flexibility, and the ability to help others. So again, Happy New Year to everybody. Let's stay in touch. Let's continue to build this out for next year, and we will catch you a lot sooner than this last time. So take care.